Hello and welcome to official coverage of Formula PlayStation F1 2013 League run on the PS3. Today, Season 2 kicks off with Round 1 at the Bahrain International Circuit. My name is aarava, and today we'll bring you full coverage from this race, including qualifying. We've got 29 laps around this circuit, 15 turns. It's in the middle of the desert. I don't think we'll be needing those wet tyres, but the full tyre selection available are the mediums, hards, intermediates and wets, but I have a feeling we won't need those last two. We've got a full track length of 5.412 kilometers and a full race distance of 156.948 kilometers, a 50% race distance on the F1 2013 game. It's a new game. We've got tyre scaling in this game, so it's going to be interesting to see how many stops people make, if people can stretch out to maybe a 2-stop, but it's certainly going to be an interesting one. It's round 1, so the season kicks off. Although it's a long season, we've got 19 rounds this season, so there's no really, there shouldn't be any kind of risk taking here, maybe from some of the drivers, but definitely, especially the top drivers, want to get as many points on the board as they can. So let's go on to the qualifying report.
Hello and welcome to this qualifying comparison. This is Formula PlayStation Season 2 Round 1 at Bahrain. We've got Tom97, Final Strat and Cal HD1. Launching the car now up towards turn 1. You're going to reach around about 200 miles per hour, so get ready for a hard braking zone here. Look for the 150 meter board, brake just after it, down into first gear. Compromise your exit of turn 1 to open up turn 2 as much as you can. Make sure you get a good exit out of turn 2 to gain the most speed you can up until turn 4. This is a tricky right hand corner, which is usually taken in second gear. And flick the car hard to the right, and we're going to stop the two screens now, and we can see that Tom is around about a 10th ahead of Cal. And brace yourself for this fast right-left chicane. It's a tricky one. Both the drivers getting through there nicely. Coming up to this hairpin, you want to take it in second gear, if not you're going to lose a lot of mid-corner speed. We can see Cal using first and Tom using second, so it looks like he gained a lot of time here for this very tricky left-hand hairpin. Don't want to run too wide. We can see Cal is taking a beautiful line, however Tom ran a little bit wide. Coming up to the sort of flowing part of the circuit for this left-hander, it's a tricky one to get the braking right. Let the car run up wide, but do not use the curbs. As we can stop here again, you can see Thomas increased his lead before turning right for this very fast flat-out right-hander. Tricky to know your brake marker for turn 13. You want to open it up as much as you can to gain the best possible run up until the last two corners. Start looking for the 100 meter board, brake just after it before flicking the car fast to the right. Make sure you use the whole track. And you can see that Tom has a massive gap now back to Cal HD before running up to the line, and Tom finishing in 130.8 and Cal with a 131.5. Now I'll hand over to aarava, and he will tell us how the rest of the drivers line up for the grid.
Thank you, Rimsey, for that qualifying comparison. So, here's the full qualifying classification. We've got Mclaren on pole in his 14th year with a 130.273 on the medium tyres, doing a good job there to get pole position. Of course, he's the Season 1 champion, and he'll be wanting to defend his title for Season 2. We've got Tom97 Fine Strat in second place, Hyperdix in third, Liam Thurso in the Caterhams in fourth place, Cal HD1 and Neo Blizz both for Toro Rosso in fifth and sixth, then Nat in the Mercedes in seventh, Little Paul in the Sauber in eighth, Owen in 9th, Boss 1996 in 10th, aarava in 11th in the McLaren, Dragon Sniper in the second Mercedes in 12th, Neek in the second, Caterham in 13th, and Snoop Markey in the Williams, rounding out the whole grid in 14th place. The tyre options available are medium and hard, so we can see that Nat and Little Paul have done very well to qualify ahead of medium tyre runners on the hard tyres. So it should be a very interesting race. We've got many chairs on pole, so let's get on to the race. It's race time, and we're here at round 1 of Formula PlayStation at the Bahrain International Circuit. It's clear, it's no chance of rain, we're in the desert, and we're here with Mini Cheddars on pole and Tom97 Fine Strat locking out the front row in second place there in the Red Bull. So, round 1 of Formula PlayStation. It's time to get some good points on the board, and, maybe some reputations to be built up. We got some new kids on the block here on the grid. We'll have to see how they do. So, we're revving to 5 red lights, And we are going to kick off Season 2 of Formula PlayStation here. We've got Tom Feinstrat having a brilliant start and getting ahead of Mini Chairs. He had an absolute stormer of a start, got brilliant traction there. And he's going to come into turn 1 now. He's going to keep first place. Yes, he's going to defend well. But Cal's been pushed wide. He's been shunted off there. And he's down into, I believe that's last place now. So Cal having a very poor first corner. We're going to look at a replay now from Aarava's view. He's in 11th place currently. He's going to swing across and then he's going to get a little tap from someone. And he's going to, oh God, sort of like a go-kart dodging kind of thing, getting bashed around there. And he's going to make it through, though, into 5th place. So he had a brilliant start. But I think that was mainly due to a few people going really wide. I think a few just missed their braking point. But definitely there was a bit of lag maybe and a bit of tapping. It looked like the Williams of Owen shunting Cal. I'm not sure if Owen in turn got a tap. But Boss had an okay start into 7th place. And now we've also got a view from Dragon Sniper at the back of the grid. He's debuting here in the POVs. And so he's in 12th place now. It looks like it's all going so far so good. Looks like we've got a bit of lag there as we've got, oh yeah, a Mercedes lagging about there quite a lot. And then actually Aarava jumped somewhere from the left of the track and Boss did. So quite a lot of lag there. I'm not going to lie on this game. The lag sync is very poor indeed. So we can't actually tell what the incidents were really in that collision. So we can't really blame Owen or anyone else around him for shunting off Cal because there was just far too much lag really. So we can't really call it. So now Cal is on the back of Hyperdix, who's also, oh God, and it looks like Neek spun round and Hyperdix did a brilliant move just to dodge out the way of him. It looks like him and Hyperdix, Cal and Hyperdix now are battling each other, but they're at the back of the grid as they both went off on turn 1. And so it looks like Cal's getting a nice slipstream, but up ahead, we've got Boss 996 going down the inside of Little Paul, I think that is, or Dragon Sniper. And looks like there's a bit of Mercedes lacking about. There's been contact, the Mercedes has come back, and Boss has been spun round. What's gone on there? I have no idea, but Cal's gone through with Hyperdix. He's up into 8th place, but I have no idea. We're going to look at the replay now from Dragon Sniper's view, and Boss is lagging about on his screen quite a lot. And we saw Dragon Sniper going horribly wide on Boss's screen, but looks like on his screen, oh my God, what terrible lag has happened there. That is poor, guys. I must say, I can't really call that. I've watched it a fair few times before this commentary, but I really can't call that at all. Just a whole heap of lag. But we're going to cut later on onto lap 2, and Cal has made a terrific mistake and he's gone completely wide and he was going to smash into the wall, so he does the sensible thing and goes round, but unfortunately into the gravel for him. And so we're going to cut to Tom97 Feinstrat's view and going onto the back of lap 2, and he's lost the rear. Minichad's going to get a great drive from the corner as Tom loses the rear. He's going to go through into the first place, he's going to block off the place, and Tom is now going to go behind for a slipstream, but he might be slipstreaming. This is a brilliant slipstream, use a bit of curves down to the first corner. Is Minichad's going to defend well? Yes, he is, and it looks like he's going to keep that first place. So Tom down to 2nd place, and so on to lap 3. We've got Boss, and we've got Cal right behind him, narrowly just missing him and going around the outside, trying to go around the outside. Looks like into the S's. Is Cal going to make some sort of move? He's going to keep it side by side. Oh God, it's a lovely move from Cal. He's not done yet. Boss is going to go off the track a tiny bit, but he's going to get it done down into the hairpin. So Cal nearly had the move done, but Boss has brilliantly defended well down into the hairpin. And he's got the job done, really. So good move from Boss there to defend from Cal. And so we've got Tom with the DRS now. We're on lap 3, of course. DRS opens. And we've got 2 DRS detection points here. This and on the main pit straight. Looks like Tom's going to go around the outside. Mini Cheddars, they're both going to give each other room. Brilliant, clean driving here as they go side by side. Still looks like there's a bit of a bollard kind of foam thing broken in half there. But Tom and Mini Cheddars going side by side. Still side by side. This is brilliant stuff. But Tom is going to get the place. Mini Cheddars concedes the place. But looks like he's going to try and get a bit of a slipstream down this straight. And yes, he is. I think he's side by side with him. You can just see him in the right mirror, but no, he's going to have to back off. He's going to wait for the DRS down to the pit straight. So coming on towards a lap 4 here, Tom's going to put it up into Richmond. He's going to use the rest of his curves, and Minicha is going to get a good slipstream, I feel, from this. And he's surely got DRS open, and he's going to power past Tom. Surely this DRS is very effective here in Bahrain. And ooh, bit of lag issues going on here. Just generally in this game, you're going to hear me saying that quite a lot. I must say this game is very poor on lag sync. A bit unfortunate there, but they're doing their best. And as I speak, Minicha has tried the move, but Tom actually got a nice undercut there into turn 1 and was able to re-overtake him. So now coming on to lap 4 with Cal, and Nat's on the back of him, and he's got DRS in turn on Boss. So Cal defending well from Nat as he had DRS from Boss, and looks like Boss is going to try and make a move on Little Paul. Boss is in the Sauber, but he should really be in the Red Bull. So remember, that's not his teammate Little Paul, that's his rival. So he's not going to be as kind as he would be if it was his teammate. And he's got past Little Paul. Very nice move down the inside. I think Little Paul had a few issues on the braking there. But now onto lap 5, we've got Mini Chairs and Tom going at it yet again. They're really having a good scrap here at the front for first place. And it's brilliant to finally get footage of the top runners now with Tom having his POV. Very good. And so now coming on to lap 5, and looks like that's Little Paul making a mistake. He's blocked off Cal a tiny bit. Cal will have DRS. They're going 3 abreast as I think Nat on the other side is coming through. Yes, that's Nat. And Nat is through as well into 10th place. I think that is, in Cal's up into 9th. So they're both in the points. Little Paul coming back at Nat though. I'm going to see, I think Nat's going down the inside of Cal even. They're going side by side here. And yes, Nat, whoa, beautiful move there. But no, Cal's back at him again. Some brilliant fighting here. They're going side by side. And some lovely wheel-to-wheel action here. And Cal is going to maybe brave it out through down to this last corner. We'll have to see. Cal will get DRS, I think, as he just crossed the line behind Nat. But Nat's got a brilliant drive from the outside of that corner. But surely Cal doesn't have any curves, but he will have DRS. And he'll get the slipstream on. Yes, he does. He opens that rear flap. That's going to give him a lot more speed. He's going to slipstream that a bit before going out onto the racing line. It looks like he's going to get the job done for 8th place here on Nat. And, oh, God, a little tap from Little Paul. Little Paul a bit too eager on the brakes there, and yes, he's going to wait. He's going to wait for Cal, so that's good to see. Good stuff from Little Paul. He just got a bit too eager on the brakes there and misplaced it and tapped Cal there a tiny bit. And aarava locks up badly on the end of lap 7. And look at those tyres, really, really red now. So it looks like aarava, he's surely going to have to think about pitting. Yes, he is. He can go to the pit stops. And let's see what tyre he puts on. I think it might be the hard tyres. And he's going on to lap 8 now. He's in 5th place. He's done a good job to keep 5th place from the start. And a really good start, actually, after all the chaos that happened in turn 1. Obviously, going back to that, we couldn't really tell if it was Owen's fault or someone else's fault because there was just so much lag in that first turn. So no penalty points ruling out. And if you don't know about the penalty point system, we've got a penalty point system for turn 1 incidents and on-track incidents. So I'll go a bit more into detail about that later on in the race. So now we've got aarava coming out into 10th place ahead of his teammate, crucially. So Hyperlix trying to make his way back up. Looks like he's quite a bit behind as he's not made the pit stop yet, and he's still behind his teammate aarava. So we'll have to see, but looks like aarava is going to make it easy for him to pass. aarava knowing that Hyperlix is the faster of the pair, so no point holding up his teammate, and so he lets Hyperlix go. On to lap 9, Tom pits, finally. So he's done a good job to take those tyres to lap 9. And so he's going to put on the hard tyres, the orange wall tyres. He's in 2nd place. Mini Chairs has stayed out, I think. Yes, he has. Mini Chairs staying out. So Tom is he's feeling pretty confident, I think, probably at this point. He's in P2, and he's on the fresher tyre 1 lap earlier than Mini Chairs, so he should get a really nice undercut maybe to Mini Chairs. We'll have to see. But Cal is coming in as well on the same lap. And look at those tyres, really shredded those tyres Cal has. So he's surely also going to go into the hard tyres. It seems everyone is going options prime to the end, or maybe even option prime option. We'll have to see if people are confident enough to go on the options at the very end. We'll have to see who is that brave to go on the option tyres at the end, because of course they will wear out quite a bit towards the end lap, the last lap and such. But on to lap 8, and Little Paul has made a mistake, so aarava sails through. His teammate did the same earlier, so Little Paul really struggling with those tyres now. I don't think he's made a pit stop yet, so he really does need to get on and make a pit stop, and Boss is going to make a pit stop now on lap 10 for, yes, a set of hard tyres. So I've guessed it correctly. I think the strategy is definitely options, primes, and then options. So Boss in 9th place, I think. Let's see if he stays out ahead of Cal. No, he doesn't. So Cal's gone through now. So Boss down to 10th place. Dragon Sniper in 11th. And so we're coming on to action at the top. Lap 10. Tom's going to try and make a move around the outside of Mini Chairs. It's beautiful stuff here, side by side. Mini Chairs trying to squeeze Tom out, but he's having none of it. He's going to stick it around the outside, into the S's, round the outside there. Mini Chairs just, oh, little tap. Oh, a little tap by Mini Chairs, and Tom's round, but Tom's going to have to reverse it out, and he does well. Good to see that he's getting out of the way of those guys coming through. And Mini Chairs, like a true gent, waits up for Tom. He's the Season 1 champion, and he's a Season 1 champion for a reason. He knows when to keep it clean as well. He knows when to give the place back and wait up for people. And he's waited up for Tom after that collision there. And now it looks like, because of that, they're all really close. Hyperlix has got on the action. He's overtaken them. So, you know, these 3 guys are definitely the top 3 guys in Formula PlayStation. And, you know, lots of people comment that you never see them this close together. You never see them really closely, following each other. They always kind of have a 5-second gap between each other. But look at it now. You can practically throw a cloth over them at this point on the racetrack, over all three cars, and look how close they're getting to each other. Brilliant wheel-to-wheel stuff here. Onto lap 12. Tom is leading the battle currently. It looks like Mini Cheddars is going down the inside and tapped Tom a tiny bit. And Hyperlix also going through. And they're both going through now. So Tom going wide a tiny bit as well. And looks like Hyperlix now getting a nice slipstream on Mini Cheddars. Tom's going to come through. I think there was a tiny bit of lag there. But now coming onto this next corner. And Hyperlix, oh my god, no! He's made a diving move. And that has not gone well for him. Hyperlix, I don't know what was going through his mind there, but he made a diving move and it hasn't worked out for him. So, unfortunately, that will be 2 penalty points for Hyperlix now. That's 2 penalty points in the section of on-track collisions. If Hyperlix gets another on-track collision penalty, 2 more penalty points, he will get a qualifying ban, because 4 penalty points equals a qualifying ban and 6 equals a race ban. If you get 3 race bans, you get kicked out of the league. And it's in 2 categories, either on-track collisions or turn 1 collisions. Those are separate. So Hyperlix has now currently got 2 penalty points for on-track collisions. Obviously no time penalty yet, because we'll have to see how it goes. We'll add the time penalties at the end of the race, depending on how their race goes. So now we've got Cal, and he's on lap 13. He's going to try and overtake Snoop Markey, who's had a horror on those curbs. Those curbs on the outside are really quite nasty, because they're kind of like train tracks, and you kind of get trapped on them. But looks like Snoop Markey's getting a brilliant slipstream, even with Cal having DRS. But surely Cal will be sticking around the outside. And it looks like little tap from Snoop Markey, and Cal's driver has put his hand up in the air. But Cal still keeps the place, so he's up into 6th place and going on to lap 17. So not much happening for a lot of the Grand Prix in the middle stage with the hard tyre. I guess the hard tyre being the more durable one is not that interesting. But now, Mini Cheddars making his way back up ahead of Cal, past Cal indeed, with DRS and surely a bit of Kers. And Mini Cheddars up into, I think that this will be 5th place. Yes, it is. And Cal down to 6th place. Liam at Thurso also trying to get on the action. He's going around the outside of Cal. So Cal struggling here on the hard tyres. He may need to do a pit stop right now. Aarava's definitely doing a pit stop. He's in 2nd place right now after those crashes. So he's doing a good job, but surely his pace has not been as fast as the top runners. So he'll be going down just in general, even if he did have track position. And yes, he is. He's going down to 5th place or even 6th place at this rate. Yes, he's down to 7th as Mini Cheddars and Cal hold him up. So Aarava going to come back into 5th place. So he's definitely lost places, just generally not having the pace there to compete with the top guys. But he's in 5th place now, and Mini Cheddars and Cal making a pit stop on the same lap. So they're covering each other, and Tom up ahead on lap 21. He's leading the race currently. He's pit on lap 21. So he's feeling pretty confident at this point, I think. He's comfortably in 1st. I think Neo's trying to close him down, and yes, Neo has closed him down. So Neo is now leading the race. So this is quite interesting to see if Neo's pit yet. We'll have to see. So Tom into 3rd place after making that pit stop, and now we're going into lap 20 with Cal, and he's sapping Boss there, giving him just a little nudge to let him know he's there. So he's going to open DRS now, and he's going to get a good slipstream on Boss 996, and he's going through for 7th place. Maybe Boss is going to try and hang it down the inside, and it looks like it's okay, but no, he's made a bit of contact with Cal. Pushed Cal wide, so he's going to let Cal back through, but in doing so, he's also let Hyperlix through, so that's a bit poor from Boss there. Really unfortunate there to let Hyperlix through as well, and now it looks like Cal's going to continue on fighting with Hyperlix now instead. Hyperlix into 7th place, Cal in 8th place now, and Cal has got some Kers left. Surely he'll get DRS onto the pit straight now, as Hyperlix is going to swing to the right, and oh, he's going to brake. And so I think Hyperlix was definitely trying to get the DRS there. And of course, you know, it's a well-known move, the wily old fox move, trying to get the DRS. But that was a bit of slam on the brakes. So we'll let Hyperlix off there. But you know, not always nice to see when people just slam on the brakes to try and get DRS. But now they're side by side here, going to turn 1. And Cal's going to hang it around the outside. And he's got the move done. He's up into 7th place in the Toros. So a good recovery drive from Cal there. And so we're coming on to lap 21. And we've got Boss coming down towards Hyperlix, and I think Cal's still fighting there. And looks like, oh god, Hyperlix has lost the car completely. So Hyperlix having a horrible race, losing the car now again after that, having collision with Mini Cheddars. So Hyperlix's race goes from bad to worse there. And so Boss in 8th place. So now aarava in 4th place. He's getting a slipstream by Mini Cheddars. Mini Cheddars going around the outside of aarava on the pit straight, having DRS wide open, and look at the speed difference there with DRS and no DRS. So Mini Cheddars up into 4th place now. He's making a good recovery drive, as he should do. He is the champion of Formula PlayStation, so in theory he should be the best one out of all these guys. But he's making a good recovery after those collisions with Hyperlix. And so now on to lap 21. Now Hyperlix has made the move on Boss down the inside. And actually, I think both of them are going to make a pit stop now. Yes, they are. Both of them into the pit. So Hyperlix overtakes Boss before the pit stops commence. So it's going to be interesting to see, actually, if Hyperlix gets held up. Because it could be kind of hilarious if Hyperlix gets held up after overtaking Boss. No, he doesn't. So Hyperlix is into 9th place. Boss in 10th place. The last points paying position. And now they go into lap 22. So Boss in 10th place. So not too bad considering he was up in 5th place. I don't think Boss is usually a PC racer, so he doesn't have the ultimate pace that he usually does on the PS3. So I think, you got to hand it to him. He's trying his best here. So now on lap 22, Nat's going to make the move on aarava for 5th place, but surely aarava will now get the DRS. Aarava's actually on lean mix there, so maybe aarava saving fuel while Nat was going to overtake him, and then using the rich mix from the fuel he'd saved to re-overtake him. So aarava are back up into 5th place, so Nat maybe should have been a bit more wise and kind of maybe waited for the DRS on the pit straight, but obviously, racer's instinct, you want to just try and get ahead of them straight away. On to lap 23 now, Nat is going to try and make a move maybe down the inside of this corner. We'll have to see. aarava and Hyperlix have both been struggling in this corner. I've been told the McLaren's understeering quite a lot. I think it might have been a one-off glitch. Maybe we'll have to see later on into the season. But Nat gets a great drive off that corner with DRS and overtakes aarava for 5th place. So aarava down to 6th place. And he's doing an okay job considering he doesn't have the ultimate pace of these top runners, but yet he's still up there in 6th place. And now Boss on to lap 23, attacking Little Paul, and he surely could make another move, and lagging quite a lot Little Paul is, but yes, Boss makes another move identical to the one he made early in the race on Little Paul. Same place, just different lap. So Boss, but good moves there, but from on the next lap it looks like Little Paul really lagging, and oh, Hyperlix there. Hyperlix is spun there, so I think Hyperlix's race has gone from worse to even worse. And Little Paul lagging quite a lot there. Boss trying to overtake him. Obviously, it says he's his teammate. He's not actually his teammate as he's in Red Bull. So Boss will be wanting to try and overtake Little Paul. Little Paul lagging about quite a lot. So if I was Boss, I'd be quite wary of trying to overtake him. But nonetheless, Boss has got some balls there. And he's made the move down the inside. A really great move there, I must say, from Boss to overtake Little Paul while he was lagging about. So good moves there from Boss. And so on to lap 27. Cal is on the back of aarava through the S's. aarava's going a bit slower. He's on the option tyres. Cal's on the hard tyre. So maybe aarava is kind of struggling with some tyre wear. And Cal is on those harder tyres. So they'll be a bit more durable. So he can kind of, take the life out of them, really. And so aarava onto this corner. And he's understeered completely, nearly off there onto the curbs. Not getting a good run. And Cal is going to have the DRS wide open. Slips through aarava. And surely he'll be through for what will be 6th place here. Yes, it will be 6th place. aarava trying around the outside, but it's no use. Cal's got the fresher tyres. So Cal through to 6th place now, and aarava in 7th place. But he's going to hang with Cal. He's got a full bar of curves to note, so he should be able to use all the curves on the pit straight. So we'll have to see coming down this next straight. Getting a nice slipstream from Cal, actually. The slipstream on this game has been much improved. And now aarava's going to maybe try... No, he's disconnected. Very poor for aarava, disconnecting there from the race. So no points so far from the race because of this disconnection. I will get back to this later on in the standings. And so now we're coming through, and Tom in 1st place, but actually he's just been overtaken by Neo Blitz. So Neo battling for 1st place with Tom. And this is the last lap, remember. And so they're coming through now. Neo looks like he's squeezing Tom a tiny bit. And oh my god, no! Horrible contact. Tom's got a puncher. And Neo has lost his front wing. They both lost their front wing. Tom with a puncher. And so that's Mini Cheddars is going to come through to win the race. The Season 1 champion comes through to win the race as Tom and Neo crash together on the last lap. And that will have to be 2 penalty points for Neo Blitz and a 20-second artificial penalty in the race results. As Cal comes through 5th place, that was actually Tom that he overtook on the last lap. And so, what a crazy end to this first race of Formula PlayStation. Mini Cheddars comes through to win round 1 of Formula PlayStation. Who would have thought he was down in what was 3rd place or 4th place at least, and he's now in 1st place in the race after Tom and Neo crash. So Mini Cheddars wins the race in his Force India. Liam Thurso, new boy to the FPS League this season, doing a great job in 2nd place in his Caterham. We got Nat in 3rd place, being promoted to a podium. Cal gets promoted to 4th as Tom is in 5th place with that puncher at the end. Neo Blitz goes down to 6th place after a 20-second penalty and 2 penalty points. Obviously, I've told you about the penalty point system, so if Neo does something like that again, he will be getting a qualifying ban, so he needs to be wary already. Snoop Marky doing a good job in 7th place. We've got Boss 996 in 8th place, Dragon Sniper doing a good job in 9th place after, he's not ultimate pace of the whole grid, but he's doing a good job to get those last few points. And Little Paul rounds out the points in 10th place, and surprisingly, both McLarens not getting points this race. Hyperdix in 11th, 1 lap down after having a dismal race, and aarava disconnecting, and Neek FR12 and Owen 128 both DNF. They're retired at the early stages of the race. But there's been a new rule now in F1 in Formula PlayStation now. The stewards agreed that now if anyone gets a disconnection in the races, you will get half the points that you would have got at the position you disconnected. So this won't kick in this round, so aarava still gets 0 points for this race. But from next round, that will be a rule now. As aarava disconnected this race, Little Paul disconnected in the pre-season, and just generally doing tests all around. F1 2013 sadly has a very poor connection in general, and lots of people disconnect all the time. So we really can't be having that. That will wreck a lot of people's championships. So we're going to at least have that rule until you get half points. So looking onto the Drivers' Championships, obviously it's the same as the race results really, so not too much to talk about. Except really, both McLaren boys getting 0 points. That's going to be very poor for the constructors. They're going to be last right now in the Constructors' Championships. But right now in the Drivers, Mini Cherries with 25 points currently leading the championship. And actually a quick announcement now for the Formula PlayStation League. It's been decided that the winner of Formula PlayStation, the Drivers' Championship, the winner for Season 2, will be receiving a £10 Amazon gift voucher for winning Formula PlayStation, the Drivers' Championship. So all to play for £10 Amazon voucher and just some general pride in the Formula PlayStation League. And we haven't decided on the Constructors' prize yet. That will be announced later on. But at least for the drivers right now, we do know it will be a £10 Amazon gift voucher to spend on whatever they want. So that'll spice up the competition a bit. But here we can see on the Constructors' Championship now, Force India leading the way with 25 points just from Mini Cherries, as Carter Joyce did not turn up, his teammate. We've got Toro Rosso in 2nd place with 20 points, Caterham in 3rd, Mercedes AMG in 4th, Red Bull Racing in 5th, Williams in 6th, Sauber in 7th, and McLaren 0 points in 8th. So that's quite painful to watch. And Toro Rosso doing a good job there. They've got 2 really good drivers who are evil level, I think, so they're gonna put a fight to Force India. But quite surprising, as we thought McLaren would be up there in the constructors fight as well, but at the moment it's actually Caterham and Mercedes there. So it's been a fantastic round 1, thoroughly enjoyed it. There was a lot of nice racing there between Tom, Mini Cherries, Cal and Boss and aarava. Some really nice action there, some nice overtakes that will surely be maybe eligible for overtakes of the week, we'll have to see. But we hope you've enjoyed round 1. Round 2 is Malaysia, the Malaysian Grand Prix. The real life round 2 of F1 is also the FPS round 2. So that will be next week. We'll see you next time in that video, which will be next week. Surely it will be probably uploaded this time next week as well. So we hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Comment below. These videos take a lot of effort to make on a lot of people's part to get the videos to me, and I hope you guys have really enjoyed it. But I really enjoyed commentating on that round 2. Thank you again to Rimsey for the qualifying comparison. And so, on to round 2. I guess I'll see you guys next time. I've been Arav, and I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.